We had a pretty large number of topics for today. So I would like, maybe I'm going to introduce with this one, the grow coaching. Very important. I mean, something you know could help you. We're going to do that also. It's not too long, and to make you aware of when you're coaching, dealing with young players, very frustrated with mistakes, maybe yourself. You don't need to be young. Frustrated with your mistakes. And then we're going to do that, neutralizing shots. This we'll probably see another time, and this we'll see if we have time. Right, but okay. All right, is that okay?
Yes.
So before you start the video, we can do the grow coaching. So the grow coaching is, you know, John Whitmore. Have you heard of John Whitmore? No. He wrote a book, and it's Growing Coaching. And he had this grow means what?
Make it grow.
Have you read it? No. The G of grow means goals. After will be reality, option, and will. Options. So when I want to solve a problem, and that's why it related to what we do in EC. Many times we don't have that goals. I mean, for instance, I can start with the main questions. What are the goal you have in your life? That's a tough. Why are we here on Earth? That's a killer. We're going to spend one day of what I am here, doing here, in this classroom. I can do that. What I'm here in this classroom today, to do what? What are my goals today? That's a little bit more specific. So the goals are very important in order to know what we're looking for. At ECs, during ECs, what goals we have usually? When we have a lesson. What are the questions?
We want to have beginners able to play tennis.
Yeah. Well, maybe not to play tennis, but to contact the ball. What do you want to get out of this session? What do you want to have at the end of this session? Always important to have. Even if you don't ask a question, you make sure you answer yourself to that question. What do you want to have? This is a 1 hour session. But you can have that questions for a semester, a year. What do you want to do during that year? What do I want? What kind of outcome I want to achieve? Okay? Many times we start with the reality, oh, mistakes. This is not working. But first of all, is it necessary to work on mistakes? There is some mistakes you can live with. No problem. So there is a few questions to ask. What are the outcome you want?
首先我哋要知道我哋想要個結果係乜嘢。
What form of outcome you want at the end of the session? What is the matter, the subject you want to work on today?
咁到底你想要嗰個結果嘅時間，同我哋想要嗰樣嘢同個事實係相差幾多？你想佢有咩改變
How far do you want to go at the end of that session?
你想個改變係會相差幾多？到完成嘅時間，你嗰個完結嗰個時刻嘅時間係有爭幾遠
And make sure in the goals you have a time frame.
所有嘅目標你都要有一個時限嘅限制。
Because I cannot do the same thing with 15 minutes lesson, with 1 year training.
比如話我哋一個課堂15分鐘同1年嘅課堂係1年嘅時間嘅限制已經係完全唔同
With a 5 years plan.
或者5年嘅計劃亦都更加唔一樣。
We always work on the goals of growth. For instance, with Chardy and Frédéric Fontan. So Jeremy Chardy is a French player. I'm working with Frédéric, his coach, and himself. We always have a 3 years plan.
舉個例，佢同查迪嘅教練富東喺度做呢個計劃嘅時間，佢哋永遠都係計劃緊3年入邊嘅嘢。
So, are we very detailed in this after 3 years here? Is that our goals are very detailed? Not much.
3年咁長嘅時間入邊，我哋嘅目標其實定起上嚟咧係會幾概括嘅，唔會有好詳細。
Here we have like the directions on the goals.
咁而基本上喺嗰個目標定立咗之後，係令到我哋有個方向去執行。
Actually, Frédéric Fontan started at 11 years old, 10 years old with Jeremy.
其實查迪同佢教練咧，其實11歲開始咧就建立咗個學生嘅關係。
Now he's 23.
而家23歲嘅12年咯。
Well, here he had goals when he was adult. So he had a 10 years plan.
咁其實佢11歲嘅時間就已經係訂立咗，當佢成人嘅時間係有個目標。
So the goals were, well, I've got a young kid with good skills. I want him to be a good player. I think he can be a good player. What do I need to do here?
咁其實就係話11歲嘅時間，佢見到細路仔，覺得佢係一個好嘅細路仔，可以大個時間
I give you a little example of a long-term goals. For instance, for you guys, what is goals to be good players? What's important to be good players?
對你嚟講，成為一個好嘅球員。
Full-time coach can answer that because you're coaching some good players. So what do they need?
佢哋點樣先至係一個好嘅球員呢
Good work ethic.
Good work ethic. Yes, I know some very good work ethic that are accounting now. Accountants, but not tennis players. So it's not necessary. But it's important, but it's not necessary.
Motivation.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with motivation, they're not going to make it.
Good movement.
Yes?
Well, I've seen a lot of good movers that haven't made it.
And they're not making it too. That's true.
Winning ATP tournaments.
Winning ATP, yeah, but that's a results. For me, I need to get some goals. I don't know. I'm looking. I'll tell you what's really important.
幾個答案，有一個就係話佢個工作態度好啦，佢有好好嘅動感啦個人啦，另外有呢個motivation 一個好好嘅動機啦。但係你有呢啲嘢係唔足夠令到你係一個好嘅 tennis player。
At higher level, you win by being aggressive. So I need to create some players who know how to attack. So
咁你一個睇法就係話，要喺一個高層次嘅水平入邊贏波，你係需要主動、需要進取嘅，所以要
attacking game.
學識有個好嘅進攻式嘅打法。
That means at high level, he needs to have a good serve and one strength.
所以嗰個計劃就話佢喺呢個發展入邊，佢需要有一個好嘅發球，
One strength.
同埋加上一個好好嘅武器。
At high level, he say they don't slide. They have a good stationary position when they hit the ball.
喺一個好好嘅好高水平嘅層次入邊，球員唔再喺個球場度上嚟上去，佢哋要企得夠穩定。
That means, come back to movement, the tracking is done properly.
佢哋跟個波咧要跟得好，同埋個移動要好啦。
I'm just telling what he did.
佢而家講佢聽嘅其實係
in
佢
his,
之前
in
嘅
his
計劃，
mind.
即係唔需要挑戰佢住。
That speed is important.
速度亦都好重要。
So I need to develop speed. Okay. And then he had other goals on he's healthy.
仲有
Players need to be
健
healthy.
康啦，要
So that means he needs to start working.
跑嘅速度。
He started at 11 years old, he started to go to the physio once a week, then twice a week. Now it's every day. And he's doing, before every practice, is a 15 to 20 minutes stretching because hips, because so he's doing that every time. After practice, he's doing cool down. Okay, that's all. So he started with these ideas.
個整理同埋呢個熱身要好好啦，拉筋要好好。
So it's very vague. After, that's the thing with goals, is you have to now go back. This give you the direction, the meaning, and that we give back. We
好空泛嘅三樣嘢都係咪？仲要係10年內喎。
To something you can actually control in a 3 years time. You can
咁
control.
跟住我哋縮翻去，咁3年入邊我哋容易啲、近啲控制到嘅係乜嘢咧？
Which goals you can control the most?
最容易控制嘅係乜嘢咧？邊個目標？
Yes, technique. All of the goals actually can be masters, but the time frame is important. Which goals you can really master?
有邊個目標你可以完全掌握在手嘅？
It's not the subject, it's the time frame. Which goals you can really see if it's working or not working.
Short-term goals.
Yeah, short time.
Short term.
Exactly. The daily one.
最容易掌握喺手嘅就係
The
最
daily
近嘅啦，
goals
即
are
係
the
每
ones
日
you
嘅
can
目
see.
標，或者每一個 section 嘅目標。
And you're going to do by time frame, so it's important that, for instance, a player and a coach know what they're doing.
好重要嘅就係個教練同埋個學生都要知道做啲乜嘢啦，個方向係點啦，然後每一日要做啲乜嘢，呢個短程嘅目標。
What I'm doing today, what form of outcome I am trying to achieve during that
每一
session
日做嘢嘅時間，我到底我想要啲乜嘢啦？
is related to the one year goal I have, to the
咁而
3 years
今日
goal I
嘅
have.
目標係同我1年之後、
The long
3
term
年之
goal
後、
係
10年之後嘅目標係要同一個方向、同一個立場。
So I need to actually I've seen too many times we are too vague in terms of attacking. I want actually attacking here in my daily goals.
有時我哋
That's
講
much more
攻擊
complex.
好空泛，咁但係如果你將每一日都要講攻擊嘅時間咧，相對上就會實際好多。
Because I need to translate that into the daily goals. What is attacking?
咁到底進攻喺每一日嚟講係點樣先至係攻擊？每一日要做啲
Hitting
咩
the ball hard, taking early. I mean, I'm sure you know, everyone knows
大家都知其
what
實
is
早啲打個
attacking.
波啦，大力啲打個波啦，係咪？
But after, and that's maybe I'll start. What we have here. Second.
跟住我哋
We're
去到
just going to do that today. I don't
啊，
want to
即係
be
個
too
真
complicated.
相啊，個 reality。